Hi, I'm back at the Neston Youth and Community Centre talking to Dave Spinx. Dave, lovely to see you again.
Yeah.
You may recall that I met Dave in February of this year when he was starting out his new drama studio. Dave, how's it been going?
Well, so far, I'd have to say it's been going pretty well. I'm a bit overwhelmed by the response. A fantastic team we've had, and we finished the first 10-week evening class that actually stretched to 15 weeks.
Time and a half.
And that made me feel good. Everybody came up and stayed on. That first 15 weeks taught me quite a lot.
Yes.
And I know that it's worked with the group, because when we started the second 10-week course, which was 3 weeks ago, most people came back. There was a few missing, but they're doing dramas locally, so I'm happy all round.
Last time we spoke, I was trying to understand the structure of the courses, and of course at that point you didn't know how many attendees you were going to have, and were not making it up as you go along, but it was going to be very dependent on the people that came and what they wanted to achieve. Can you tell me a little bit about that structure now?
Well, yes, I can. I've got a notebook. Dun, dun, dun. I'm very good at lists these days, because it pretty much was making it up as we go. As I've said before, I'm not actually a qualified drama teacher. I'm an experienced actor who's passing on what he knows.
Yeah.
So therein I have to find out what the group's like. And first week we did some standard stuff. Second week I worked backwards to say where we're going to go with this.
Yeah.
The third week, that went well. It didn't go as well as I thought. We're going to go back over some things and take it forward yet again.
So the progression is at the pace of the slowest member, not the fastest member?
I'm not holding anybody back.
Mm-hmm.
For the 2 hours that we're there, I am agog. I am listening. I have to. If I miss something, I'm failing.
Mm-hmm.
And each week, I try and make it a natural progression from what we've done the week before. For instance, if we've spent time on learn how to listen, my number one rule: if you're not listening, you're not doing anything else. Where does that lead to? Well, if you are listening, you can make the right choices. That's another lesson. And if you make the right choices, it means you're reacting in the correct manner. All these things go together.
Yes.
So each week we build, we build, we build. Then we go back, put it into practice, whether it's for a monologue, any form of dialogue. And of course, there's a lot of improvisational work where
Yes.
we put that to good use as well.
How do people react to improvisation? Because that can be quite a nerve-wracking thing, because you don't know what's going to be thrown at you and you've got to improvise it through. And for less experienced actors, that must be quite daunting.
I guess for anybody who has to do it for the first time, and there's always going to be a first time if you're in a class like this, they go in feet first. Whether they get it right or wrong, it doesn't matter. They've actually gone in and started dealing with it.
Yeah.
It's only when I will give them a scenario where they will go and deal with something, whether it's the old park bench stuff,
Yeah.
2 people round a table at a restaurant. I'll nip over to see them and say, look, you hated that food. You want to complain. You hate complaining. You're going to try and talk her out of it. Let's see what comes. Sometimes it works, as you well know. Sometimes it doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
They'll need a bit more direction.
Yeah.
But when it works, some joyous things come out, And I think, if I find them stuck, I'll intervene yet again, or be the waiter. Everything all right, And if I don't see them listening, making the right choice, I will stop and we'll discuss it, and then we'll do it again.
Okay.
So there is a general build, and even, if you're an absolute beginner, but you're taking it on board, it will move you in the right direction.
Is your course fully subscribed, or can people still join at this late stage?
People can come down any time they want, and if somebody turned up on the next evening and said, look, I read about it and I would like to see, I'd say, well, why don't you just sit in for an evening? And if you're up to it, then come back. I'll always invite them in I want to get the positive out of it. I don't want to say something like, oh, I don't know, we're 3 weeks into it, I'm not sure. No, that's not me. That's a teacher talking.
Yeah.
I'd rather than get the experience of just being in the environment. Because I know, even in that group business, for some people it's a lift. So.
Yeah. So how do people learn about the course? Where you have a website, Facebook page?
I have a Facebook page, the Neston Drama Studio. We're fully involved with the NCYC here, because this is such a beautiful place to work.
It's great, isn't it?
Isn't it fantastic?
Yeah. It's absolutely lovely. There's car parking, it's accessible, it's got everything that you need.
You wouldn't believe what else goes on here. I believe you'll...
My mother is actually in an art class in the next room.
Exactly. There you go. It is popular. It's a wonderful place, and on a Tuesday night, for instance, I also come down here to teach ukulele to a group.
You play the ukulele?
I'm a ukulele player.
Did you know that? He's a ukulele player.
I brought my skills with me, and I help. We now have a ukulele orchestra.
Fantastic.
On a Tuesday night, and it's music night here on Tuesday night. It's fantastic as well, but it gives me time to set aside from other things that I do. So just to give you an idea what goes on. Okay.
Can you remind me of the cost implication for joining you?
The cost implication is no more than £7 per session. And if you'd like to compare that to any other courses that are going on, I think you will be surprised.
Yeah. £7.
£7 per person per session.
That has got to be good value for money. Dave, thank you very much indeed for joining me again. It's been an absolute pleasure. I would love to sit here talking to you all day. Just tell me a little bit about your musical career before we go. You were saying off camera before, were you mentioning the ukulele?
Yeah, I did, yeah. I've been, prior to becoming an actor, I played in loads of local London bands, this is where I'm from. And actually, I was making a pretty good living. There's one point we nearly got signed by a big label back in the 80s. And we toured all over the place, and I still play guitar. Picked up the ukulele a few years ago, found I really enjoyed it, and now I find myself passing on that knowledge as well. They're really good. We have a really, really good ukulele orchestra.
Yeah, I love the ukulele, and it's not an instrument you see or it is an instrument that you see, but it's not like guitar or trumpet or anything.
No, it's a unique little instrument, and there's anarchy in the ukulele.
That's absolutely brilliant. So just to finish off, if you'd like to join Dave on one of his drama courses here at the NCYC, that's the Neston Community Youth and Youth Centre. He's here every Monday night from 6:30?
6:30 onwards.
6:30 through to 8:30. It will cost you £7 per session, which is remarkable value for money. Don't miss out. Contact the NCYC or have a look at Dave's Facebook page. Dave, thank you very much indeed.
You are welcome.